like games for us and other teams. And he had one of those moments again tonight where he needed to get the ball in his hands. He went and got it. I think he drove and went to the free throw line. So that was growth on his part, growth on our part as a group. And I also want to highlight JV. JV was awesome tonight. He is, sometimes we're putting him in a tough spot because we're going small, not his usual minutes, but he stays positive. He's a professional. His teammates all love him, and he's truly a blessing to coach.
Yeah, speaking of areas of growth, in a physical game that went back and forth for Trey to grab 11 rebounds, how big was that tonight?
Huge step in the right direction for Trey. Another night where he didn't necessarily have it going offensively, but he continued to focus on all of the winning concepts and components that don't involve scoring. And he hit 2 big shots for us down the stretch, and it was because he was doing all of the other things.
And Willie, you've partially already answered this question, but 26 points total, and I think it was 17 rebounds for your centers tonight. Talk a little bit about how they really came out and shined, especially against 2 7-footers on the other end.
They were great. Both JV and Larry, they were awesome tonight. And we knew with this team, you have to go attack them. You can't sit back. You can't allow them to get downhill on you, post you up. You got to go attack them from the start. And we're all proud of our guys because they took the game plan and they executed it tonight.
Can you talk about the job your team, especially Herb, did on Damian? He really didn't seem comfortable out there. Didn't really get any kind of groove tonight.
Herb was great. Najee did a good job on him. All the guys kind of switched out on him. But Herb is leading that charge, and he takes on the challenge once again, night in and night out. And he makes it tough on guys. I wouldn't want to have to try to score on Herb, that's for sure.
You guys were plus 15 in the possession battle tonight. Just how big is it when you have that big of an advantage, and especially when you're not shooting well? How much does that help out?
It's a tremendous help. When you're missing that many shots, like we did tonight, you got to go get some offensive rebounds. And we've been talking about it as a team. We didn't do a good job of it in Oklahoma, and that was one of the areas that they struggled in, is to rebound. But tonight, once again, we talked about it, we watched it, we challenged each other to be better, and we went out and got 11 offensive rebounds for 17 second-chance points. That's huge for us on a night that we're struggling to shoot the ball.
And the other, part of that is only 6 turnovers. Just what did you think of the execution and just taking care of the ball?
Same thing. It's at a high level when we can have low turnover games and turn the other team over and score on them. And we kept the playbook simple, put the ball in CJ's hands, Z's hands, continue to move and try to attack the paint and get kickouts. And the dominoes kind of fall from there. So the guys did a great job of executing.
One thing I've kind of noticed when you guys are in that zone, a lot of your guys are just spreading their arms out like wide. Just what are you accomplishing when guys are just spreading their arms like that?
It's the presentation that helps you, and we're blessed to have tremendous size across the board, and that length. When teams see that length in front of them, you cause more deflections, you get steals, you're active in your zone.
Willie, go ahead. Sorry. I know you were talking about Trey and those big shots in that third quarter. What does it say about your team taking that run that Giannis went, where he had 20 in that third quarter, and just how your team was able to respond and not kind of fall when he's kind of cooking like he was in the third quarter?
It was a big time growth moment for us, is to stay steady, stay poised. We talked about it before the game. Continue to trust in each other, trust in the work that we put in. Go out and execute. They'll make a run, but we're all proud of our guys. They stuck with it, and it was great to get this win tonight.
And you talked about that finish at the end. When you have this 9 left, like, this is the kind of games that you need to kind of learn how to win, and this is certainly one of those growing moments, correct? For sure.
These last several games of the season are all going to feel like this, and this is great. It's fun. We relish these opportunities. It's an opportunity to continue to grow, and the guys have done an amazing job of putting themselves in this position to play for more than the regular season.
Sorry,
took that charge and that got overturned. But is that just an example of like how much this guy wants to win right now?
Absolutely. We all wanted Z. We want this for Z. He wants it, and it was a smart play. Try to take a charge. We know Giannis was going downhill on us. He has scored several points, but let's see if we can get a charge on him and make him more timid to go in there and just launch into us and go to the free throw line.
You guys